Well, hello and welcome to the Clue Bird. I'm your host, R. Wayne Browne. As a parent, teaching my kids self mastery from the inside out was my goal for them. This could be something you might want to teach your kids as well. I was teaching mine how to become extraordinary, which would make them highly unique because self mastery is rare. We all know when we come into contact with self mastery. You meet someone and they just have something about them that's not ordinary. With a little digging, you discover, wow, they're in charge of themselves and they're predicting their lives. Observing them for a while, you soon understand what self leadership looks like. It's about integrity or completeness and being in control. Self leadership is deciding what you want to become or do and then committing to it with obsessed effort. This means self leaders always do what they must do first, all the time. No exceptions. They act like they are president of a successful company, and that company just happens to be them. Like me, if you compare your kids' friends that appear to be self leaders to yours, you might conclude they may be ahead of your kids in personal development. Long ago, when the Civil War had just ended, according to my kids, I remember meeting with one of my classmates who lived just down the street from us a night when he received yet another award. We were great friends, and he was superior to me in many ways, but he didn't seem to notice or act like it. He was a multiple varsity winner in sports. He was excellent in academics, worked part-time at a local grocery store, was often seen helping classmates and his siblings with their homework. I'm sure he even walked little old ladies across the street in the rain as well. How could someone be that amazing, I often thought. Well, one night after shooting some hoops with him, walking home, he surprisingly confessed he thought I was probably smarter and more athletic. He said the difference between us was his older brother had taught him some seriously good stuff a couple of years ago that really worked for him. Nothing academic or athletic, he said, but just how to live stuff, how to be a winner in life like his brother was. His brother had taught my friend that self-mastery should be a top priority in his life, and self-leadership was the key to attaining that quality. Most people, even smart and talented ones, often don't grasp this concept. They just trudge along acting as kids for years, never changing. As their worlds get harder each year, they never change or adapt, creating an ever-growing problem for themselves. They're stuck acting whimsically like little kids they no longer are, clinging to doing what they want to do first and not what needs to be done. You know what I'm talking about. You've experienced this. It's that 20-year-old acting like he's 10. It's like your kids trying to wear their third grade clothes in the eighth grade. They look funny, and it doesn't work. With my kids, I knew they were a little behind, and I knew it was about time to push getting them to grow up. Maybe you feel the same with yours. I always ask my kids, how can you honor and achieve your dream or goal if you don't put it number one in your world, always working diligently toward it? This is not hard, I told them, because many people get it. They have a dream, they work hard, and achieve it. I was determined my kids would get it as well. I told my kids, you can say you practice self-leadership, but it's proven to you when no one rewards you for always doing what you must do first. Also, there's a cost to you practicing self-leadership. You desire to do or become something, and you set your world up to achieve that desire. Great. Then, along and seemingly out of nowhere, things constantly pop up forcing you to make choices. Can I get away with doing something I want to do, you ask? Boy, I really want to do this. I want to do that. Well, because if you don't, it'll cost you. It'll cost you that good time. Do I really want to give up being in charge of me for a silly excursion I may suddenly want? No. For example, your kid, who you regard as, let's say, a real self leader type of kid, he's dying to go with a friend to a professional basketball game while facing a big math test the very next morning. Proving his self leadership and without discussion, he declines the offer, studies, and gets some sleep preparing for the test. Yes, it cost him a good time, yet he remained faithful to his self leadership. Or, hey, you're in a business deal and you stand to make a lot of money on a project. However, you know and you are friends with everyone on both sides of this deal. Can you continue to play both sides, acting as an insider? What to do? You ask yourself, can I get away with it? What's the right thing to do here? What does self-leadership compel you to do? You earn your self-leadership when no one rewards you for doing what you must do first. Additionally, it may also cost you a large sum of money. Without hesitation, you get out of the deal, honorably, and no one had to tell you what to do. It's self-leadership. Your kid's friends invite him to join a group planning to toilet paper the principal's house. Hey, even I wanted to go. Anyway, lots of fun and laughter. He would really love to do it, but he keeps his eye on his future. Can't get caught doing something silly and get into trouble, possibly derailing his dreams. He declines and stays home doing what he must do first. Once again, proving his self-leadership, costing him a good time. I taught my kids to always think long-term. Stay focused on their future and where they're going by design or plan. And to avoid those short-term irresponsible excursions that may just come along out of nowhere, don't get sidetracked. Oh, they may be a lot of fun and create cool memories. I know, sadly. But the potential cost might be far higher than the forfeited good time that will soon be forgotten. I often told my kids the moment your integrity becomes inconvenient is the moment it becomes real to you. That's when you prove it to yourself that you are a self-leader or you're not. Hey, you might consider running this by your kids. Maybe teach them to lead themselves and start acting toward life, creating life, and not just reacting to it. To think of themselves as presidents of a company. That company is them. Have them imagine for a moment what they would actually do if they were running a company or themselves. Always doing what they need to do first, not doing what they just want to do first. That's self-leadership leading to self-mastery. That's where we want our kids to go. I want to thank you for tuning in today. As always, I hope you got something useful out of this. And if you did, be sure to subscribe. Oh, hot tip. Until our next visit, I'd like for you to think about setting the tone for the day. And what does that mean to you? Can't wait.